with their own country. Jordan Henderson, the Liverpool Football Club captain. A team of history makers, a team of record breakers. Now, Liverpool are back where they belong.
Oh, John, it's been 30 years of hurt, about to end.
Champions again, Liverpool.
Soak it all in, lads. Soak it all in and enjoy it.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Cop Council. As you can see, I have two very special guests for this match reaction show. And yeah, as you can see, we've got smiles on our faces and we've got it for pretty good reasons. Liverpool have lifted the Premier League trophy. Get in, lads. But yeah, just absolutely fantastic. You know, Doug's been on the booze. I've been on the booze. And we've all been celebrating, you know, at the minute it's 10 to 12 as we're recording this. And we're not drunk. We promise we're not drunk. And please drink responsibly as well. But still, it's just a time for celebration. And we're all, you know, booming, bleaming, whatever you want to call it. You know, we're all superb. But as I said, I got two very special guests on, Jack Mack LFC and Doug from the Dugout Football Channel. Jack, I'll start out with you. How are you doing, mate?
We're absolutely on cloud nine, like you and Doug and every single red round the world, mate. As always, thank you very much for letting us on tonight. Can't wait for the chat, but phenomenal performance. Mad game of football, but it was a heavy metal game of football from both sides anyway. But just Liverpool finally got both hands on the Premier League trophy. What we've been wanting for weeks upon weeks upon weeks, but it's happened. Get it there.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, absolute pleasure having you on as always. And Doug, how are you doing, mate, after the Premier League, you know, presentation and that?
I just couldn't wait. I literally, once Henderson came up and lifted the trophy, or just came up to get the trophy, I just had my phone ready and just videoed it. And obviously I put it on Twitter. So, but no, I'm absolutely over the moon. Jurgen Klopp has done what no Liverpool manager has ever done in the Premier League era, and that is bring home the Premier League trophy. Get that man a statue outside Anfield right now. He deserves it.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, please do go over to both of the lads' channels. Absolutely fantastic content over both of the lads' channels. And yeah, we'll definitely be doing a lot more videos towards the end of the season. We'll be doing end of the season shows and things like this. And of course, there'll probably be a lot of transfer news, you know, in the upcoming weeks. But, you know, this is our match reaction show. You know, I know that, you know, this is just going to be a pretty quick one tonight because it's so late and we wanted to, you know, just get our thoughts and our opinions really quickly. But Jack, like Doug said, you know, it was a crazy game. You know, I know that we were all looking for the after party for the Chelsea game, and we all knew, you know, what was coming. But, you know, what a game of football. You know, 5-3. You know, I think none of us expected it when Liverpool was 3-1 up, or even 4-1 up, to be fair.
Yeah, it was mad. I think they must have all forgot how to defend, and we just probably kept on looking at the stands in the Kop anyway. I think it makes me laugh. The goal we can see is that's all you can do anyway. But the goal which Van Dijk and Joe Gomez went for that header, the goal which we can see, you can laugh at it now after the game. But I was like, what's happening here, boys? I think they just wanted to get their hands on the trophy. But as you said, then, mate, it was a mad game of football. I was expecting Chelsea to play very well, and they did tonight. It was a fantastic performance from them. They needed to at least get a point. I think they will be disappointed the way in which they conceded the goals. But as we said before we went on live, mate, it was every single goal was phenomenal from both sides. Trent's free kick, Bobby's header, Trent's goal assist anyway for Bobby and Naby lad with an absolute screamer. But yeah, if anything that summed up the game, it was probably Naby's screamer. That was like going to be the pick of the bunch.
Yeah, definitely. You know, of course, you know, Naby getting his goal tonight, Trent getting his goal, you know, Ox getting a goal as well with a quick counter attack, and To be fair, I can't remember who scored the other 2 goals.
Ginny and Naby. Yeah, John Ox, yeah.
Yeah, so they were the goals as well. Sorry, guys. Usually we've got notes to this, and normally there's a bit of structure to it. Tonight, there's literally no structure to this video whatsoever. It's all thrown out the window. It's out in the garbage. But
that's
still,
where the best magic happens, lad. Anyway.
Yeah, exactly. And Doug, I know that we said it was a crazy game, but I know that Chelsea, of course, they're fighting currently with Manchester United and Leicester. It now goes down to that final game of the season. And for Liverpool, of course, nothing really mattered for this game. I know that, we wanted to keep that home record, and we successfully have now for another season. Is that, a sign towards next season, that Liverpool, even though at times, like Jack said, with Van Dijk and Gomez getting in each other's way, even though Liverpool sometimes can lack that concentration, a bit of, clumsiness, if you can say that, it just shows that Liverpool can beat teams at their worst, really. And it's a real good sign for next season, at least.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the sheer willingness to just keep on going, especially up until the final whistle. I mean, if we can go for the goals, Naby Keita, I mean, that shot is still travelling into the net, and Kepa is still reaching for thin air. Phenomenal strike, absolutely phenomenal strike. Trent Alexander-Arnold's free kick. I mean, Kepa is just standing there, just watching it go in. So that was very, very good. Gini Wijnaldum's shot, I mean, it just comes to him and he just whacks it into the bottom of the corner. So that was really, really good from him. And then obviously you've got Firmino finally getting an Anfield goal.
Yeah.
Finally, we've all wanted that all season for Firmino to get an Anfield goal. And I said he had a good record. I said that he had a good record against Chelsea, and obviously he proved that as well. The final goal for me was just what Liverpool are all about. Breakaway goal from one box to the other. Absolutely magnificent finish from Oxlade-Chamberlain. And we have to say, Chelsea's goals were pretty good as well, weren't they? I mean, Pulisic's goal was very, very good. Giroud was very, very good as well. And obviously Abraham as well. So, but I can allow the fact that Pulisic scored at Anfield because obviously he helped us to win the league. Agent Pulisic and all, Agent Willian as well. So it's always a good thing. But no, this can prove a marker down to everyone else is that if you score, like you can score 3, but we can score 5. It just gets us. It just gets me really, really excited for next season. And bring it on as well. But the best thing about tonight was we won it on 96 points. So for all the Angels, the 96 who obviously lost their lives at Hillsborough, this is for you.
Yeah, exactly. And I cannot issue that enough. 96 unfortunate lives lost, all those years ago. And, it's just poetic that the 96 points that we're on now and getting to lift the Premier League trophy. And I remember, I think it was a tweet earlier on as well, I don't know if you guys remember this, but 3 years ago we won the Asia Premier League trophy, or the Premier League tournament, and it's 3 years to the day since we did that. And it's quite an ironic thing of Liverpool, the transformation in 3 years to being a laughing stock in a sense, to actually going and doing the business and actually winning the Premier League for the first time, the Premier League, but winning the 19th league title. And to be fair, now all fans can shut up about that now. Oh, you never won a Premier League. Well, yes, we have now. We've won a Premier League. But yeah, I absolutely agree with you, Doug. Pulisic, absolutely superb tonight. I personally think he was Chelsea's man of the match. He just, for his goal, it wasn't even for his goal. It was for Abraham's goal. He just slaughtered about 4 or 5 Liverpool players, which was a bit bad on our sense. But, you can't argue with like good technique and things like that with that. It was just absolutely superb. And yeah, when we were mentioning the goals, I completely forgot Bobby Firmino scored. Like, it's probably the biggest news of the game. and I completely forgot it, so I do apologise for that. But, we did talk about on Jack's channel as well, early on before we recorded this. So please go and check out his video, which I believe will be out, last night as this is going out. So, please go and check that out. But, we talked about Naby Keita in particular on Jack's channel. And Jack, I'll start off with you. Since the restart, Naby Keita has been superb, in my opinion. And I know that there's a certain Mickey Friars that, we've tried to win over for a long time. I shall say that, a very long time. But for me, he's starting to do that now. For you, is that similar in that aspect? Or do you think, he still has a little bit more tweaking to do in that midfield role?
Yeah, spot on there, mate. And I think he will turn everyone around, especially if he does stay fit. I think he definitely does have to work on his defensive display, really, in terms of tracking back. But he's very young. He's still going to learn it. He's got a lot of improvement, every single player in this Liverpool team. We've hit levels this season, but by no means. I think Trent probably and Robbo want to break assists. But Naby, if you can add that a bit more defensive solidity to his game, I'd say he'll be one hell of a midfielder next season. But tonight's performance, mate, the way in which he was turning on the ball and really driving at that Chelsea back line. Obviously, Jorginho, Kovacic as well. Kovacic's been playing fantastic this season. It was by no means an easy midfield to really get past. Obviously, N'Golo Kante was out injured anyway, was suspended, but he wasn't on the team anyway. But a phenomenal performance, mate. He was my man of the match. Spoke my video before anyway, but he was my man of the match. If tonight's performance is anything to go by, I tell you, what a season we've got to look forward to. I know we like to get caught up in transfer rumours, as do most football fans anyway in world football. But I tell you, he will be like a new signing next season in our midfield if he can stay fit, implement his game, and I think he'll get used to the league, get used to the language as well, and he'll settled in a lot more. But tonight's performance, for me, he was 11 out of 10. And I just wish he would have got a couple of more goals, but that's being greedy. But I think he done everything that you want from a player on the football pitch. But for an absolutely amazing performance, and the goal probably broke the net anyway.
Yeah, definitely. And guys, please do go and check out that Naby goal. It was sensational. I know that Liverpool's midfield and especially has been kind of targeted over Liverpool's dominance this season, and people have tried to pick at where Liverpool's weakness is, and they've said the midfield is. Well, if tonight proved anything, you've got the machine in Fabinho, and then you've got the absolute tank in Gini Wijnaldum, and then the absolute masterclass in Naby Keita, and that's without probably our best midfielder in Jordan Henderson. And that's just crazy. But Doug, was it similar for you? Was Naby your man of the match for the game?
Yeah, Naby for me was man of the match. His goal was absolutely magnificent, and I would actually argue that he's probably been one of the best players for us since he's come back. I know, obviously, against Everton, I think he was probably the best player, and then obviously went off. But obviously, I think it was Milner at that point. But just ever since the restart, he's just been magnificent. And it bodes well for next season because I think if he can stay fit, we've got a good player on our hands. And, we have proven that we can win without Henderson. There's no doubt about it. Maybe, if obviously Henderson is out, then maybe that three in midfield could be the midfield that could, win more games for sure. Fabinho, Gini, and Keita, which I thought all three were magnificent tonight. And, it was a shame that Mohamed Salah didn't get a goal. But you have to say that everyone's a champion. From goalkeeper to right back to left back, centre backs, midfield, attack, to the coaching staff, to probably players that obviously haven't played much, Shaqiri, Lonergan as well. It's just been a magnificent season, and to do it like I've said on 96 points with obviously one game to. I mean, we won it with 7 games to spare, which I don't think has ever happened before. This is going to be spoken for many years to come, and it's a moment we will never, ever forget.
No, it won't be, and I don't think it's ever going to be forgotten. When Liverpool won number 19 and brought that, lovely, shiny little gold lion trophy, home. I think we'll all remember it for sure. But, guys, do let us know in the comment section as well your man of the matches and your thoughts and opinions as well in the comment section down below of the game. Of course, I know all of us, we were looking forward to the Hendo shuffle. It did happen. It was a bit of ifness about it because we didn't know whether or not Henderson could shuffle, of course, on his knee, but it did happen. And fortunately enough, it was nice. But thanks to the Sky cameraman that, I know that stupidly.
I had to rant on my other video today.
Yeah, go onto Jack's channel, honestly, and go and check it out. I won't mention too much about it, but please go and check the little bit of video where Jack was on a rant about the cameraman. But,
I say it now anyway. It's alright. Yeah.
To be fair, I think Sky, I think at the beginning of the game as well, Sky were on about Liverpool should be giving Chelsea the Guard of Honor because Chelsea were the ones doing it and won Liverpool the league. Just shut up, just shut up, Martin Tyler. It's not a thing. But yeah, that is going to be the end of our match reaction show. Thank you to everyone that has viewed this video as well. It is pretty late, so it's only going to be a short one as well. But guys, do leave your thoughts in the comment section. I will reply to every single one of you guys. The guys will hopefully reply if you have any question for them as well. But Jack, anything to add on to what has been a magical night for Liverpool Football Club?
Yeah, just a big thank you for letting me on, mate, and hello to Doug as well. We got a couple of shows coming up in the coming weeks anyway, and Reds all around the world. Have a lovely night, be safe, look after yourselves, and I think you'll be walking into work with a little bit of a swagger or waking up to your next door neighbour anyway, with a couple of the Premier League trophies in our hands. But yeah, enjoy it, just soak it in, and just hopefully, fingers crossed, we just go again next season, and hopefully we go for number 20.
Exactly. Yeah, number 20 is definitely a thing that we're going to think about for sure in the future. And Doug, anything else that you have to add on, mate, to this magical night?
Thank you very much for having me on, as always. So thank you very much for that. No, it's just been a magnificent season, magical night. Yeah, let's not just go for 20. Let's go for 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. Okay, I'm getting a little bit carried away. But wouldn't it be fantastic to go back above Manchester United? To just get back above them, back on our perch. I mean, we're back on our perch anyway, but it's just been a fantastic season. And I'm going to look forward to Sunday because we've got some very exciting both ends of the table. Top fours on the line. The fight for survival is online. Who would have predicted that Watford were the first team to beat Liverpool and they could actually get relegated at the weekend? Who would have predicted that? But no, going back to obviously Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, thank you so much for coming and agreeing to be our manager in 2015 when we were down in the doldrums. Obviously, Hodgson in 2010, Rodgers came in, nearly won it, but wasn't quite good enough. Jurgen Klopp has come, first German to win the Premier League title, first German ever to win the Premier League title, as a manager as well. It's just been fantastic. And yeah, let's go and try and win it again next season. But every game this season has been enjoyable to watch, even the defeats, because we all know that we can score goals. And you know what? Like I said earlier, you can score 3, we can score 5. That's just the mark of this Liverpool team. From doubters to believers, Jurgen, you made us believe, you made us dream. Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. And to be fair, I haven't said, thank you to Jurgen. And yeah, I absolutely echo those words. Thank you, Jurgen Klopp, for turning us from doubters to believers and turning us from, a Europa League side into, a Champions League winning Premier League side. So, thank you so much for that. And thank you to you lads for coming onto the video. And yeah, like I said, this is going to be the end of this video. Please go and check out these two lads' channels. It is in the video description down below. But before you do that, please go and like this video and please hit that subscribe button as well to get more content from the Cop Council. And don't forget as well to hit the notification bell, because YouTube don't like notifications. So please don't forget to hit that notification bell. But until next time, guys, that is going to be it from us. Liverpool are Premier League champions, and life cannot get any better from here. I'll see you all later, Reds. You never walk alone. Ta-ra.